And we are live! Hello everybody, and welcome to the Gamepodular Twitch channel. I am, as never, your host, Seskra, with my co-host, Hyuka. How are you doing, Hyuka?
That's my first time in the co-host chair. I did have to very much fight myself to not do the intro, because I'm so used to doing it.
How it feel?
Yeah, no, I'm doing great. I'm super excited. You've been cooking this up for weeks,
Yeah.
and you have deliberately not told me many things, and I'm very excited to see how it's gonna go.
Because, yeah, for those not familiar, we're going to be playing some Hollow Knight today, but with a twist. We're going to be doing it with an item randomizer, which means many things, most things, nearly all things, we'll get to it, are going to be shuffled around, and I'm going to have to make do going through most of the game in a very strange order, doing things I'm really not supposed to in order to get by. We'll get into the details as we get on later, but before we get to that, I would like to remind everybody that if this is the kind of nonsense you enjoy, please consider supporting us over on patreon.com/gamepodular, or dropping us a couple bucks on Ko-fi. For less than the price of a pair of tick tweezers per month, you can help us keep the lights on. I was trying to think of a bug-related thing. And, of course, don't forget to check out all of our podcasts on youtube.com/@gamepodular, and if you can't make it live on this stream, it'll be up as a VOD over on our VODs and highlights channel. That'll be youtube.com/@gamepodular VODs and highlights.
Streams highlights.
Streams highlights. Sorry. Can you tell I don't normally host these? But yes, let's get into it a little bit.
I had one question before we started.
Uh-huh.
I might be just showing my ignorance of Hollow Knight here, because as longer time viewers of the channel will know, I have played this game for
ones of times.
3 hours at most.
Yeah.
I did notice on the main screen, if you can go back, I'm familiar with like some of the icons of like the new additions, the
Yes.
post-launch support. Although I don't remember seeing the one what looks like a flan, like a creme caramel.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
I'm slightly worried about it. Not gonna lie.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Yes, we're gonna start new game. Those other two are just my old saves from back in the day, in my salad days of youth. And we're gonna go over the randomizer. I've already pre-configured all of this. So yeah, those of you who are into the game, feel free to check out all of this and behold the nonsense.
Yikes.
We're gonna shuffle around most anything in the game except for just like breakable rocks that have money in them and the little totems that give you back some of your soul. Pretty much everything else is gonna get randomized.
What is a transition randomizer in this context?
Don't worry about it. Like, that's not gonna be relevant for this stream. Transition randomizers pertain to, like, hey, do you want... Because, like, it's a Metroidvania, so every, region, every zone is a 2D box that eventually has a barrier, and then you pass from that box into the next. You go from Dirtmouth to the King's Pass, for example.
Yeah.
Transition randomizers change which regions those doors go to. So you go you go through the door from Dirtmouth to King's Pass, and you end up in the Hive, for example. We're not doing that today.
I saw a very funny Doug video about that, where he randomized literally all of the doors in Skyrim.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's literally that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So yeah,
gross. Glad we're not doing that.
So yeah, we're randomizing most everything. We're doing all of the novelties, which say we're taking away most of the things I should be having. I can't swim in water until I find the ability to do so. I can't ride elevators until I find the ability to do so. I can't heal until I find the ability to do so. Nor will I be able to attack left, right, or up. Wall jumping, normally a thing you have to find, but now we're splitting it up into jumping off left walls and right walls. See, also dashing left, dashing right, super dashing left, super dashing right. I have the randomizer set to experienced required skips, because you can tweak it so that it can require different levels of finesse and understanding of the game engine. I don't want to go super deep on it today, and I want to make sure it's still like watchable, fun TV, so I struck a nice balance here. But I am torturing myself. I have turned on one curse out of the curses that are available. Progression items are harder to find on average.
Oh boy.
Because I've done this randomizer before a couple of times. I always enjoy it, but there's no way of saying this without bragging. I'm too good at it. Like, I want it to be a challenge. You know, I want some spice. So, yeah, this means I'm not just gonna start the game and there's like a 99% chance that, say, when I go to the first town and I check out what's in the shop is not just gonna have the double jump and that's like, oh, okay, that's most of the run done. No, like, progression items are gonna be trickier. They're gonna be at the end of long sequences tucked away, so that I really have to work for it.
Like in Silksong.
Which I'm sure that randomizer mod is already in the works. I'm going to wait until the expansion is out before I touch that. But let's get into it.
Yeah. Also, hi, ZC104 Purple. Good meowing to you too.
Good meowing. So yeah, here's a little bug knight. We cannot attack left or right or up, but we can slash down.
Really, it's the only thing you need.
Here we go. Turn up the volume. Just a smidge. So yeah, these little money rocks are among the only things not being randomized. Oh, and
It's
before we
kind of
go ahead.
Like, even just seeing this at the beginning as someone, again, who has played very little, is just the fact that you can't just like slash at these bushes going through them, and you have to jump slash them is creating an itch in my brain that I don't love.
I hope we'll find the other slashes, the other directional slashes, pretty soon, but there's no guarantee of that. And, you know, they're not strictly speaking necessary for most places. Alright, what do we got here? Wayward that is the best possible thing to get for our first drop, actually.
That's the thing that shows you where you are on the map, right?
Correct. Yes.
Yeah.
I was honestly worried because, like, you don't need that for anything, so the randomizer can safely tuck it very deep into the run. So usually it's among the last things you find. Getting that on our first one, extremely, extremely lucky. I can't equip it just yet, but we'll get there. And yeah, same thing goes for the other directional slashes. Very useful, but you don't need them for anything, so might not show up for a while. Alright, here we have another one. This would normally be a lifeblood cocoon, but now it's a charm notch. What? And rumble. Oh, and before we go on, you might have noticed a little something in the top right there.
Yes.
Reveal card. Because this is not just a item randomizer. This is a bingo miser. I have prepared, by which I mean I have had prepared for me without knowing what it is, a little bingo board of objectives I need to complete in this run. And if I get a bingo on that board anywhere, horizontal, vertical, diagonal, that, like, I'm going to make myself say I can't finish this run until I've got at least one bingo. Ideally, I want to do everything, but I don't know what's on there. Let's find out together. Alright, let's see. Defeat the Hive Knight. Have 3 different maps, not counting Dirt Myth or the Hive. Check for the Crystal Heart. Yeah. Buy out Salubra. Eternal Ordeal 20 Zotes. That is we'll come back to that. Yzma's Tear, Wanderer's Journals, Pilgrim's Way lore tablets, Stack, the Love Key, Dreamnail Marissa. Oh, that's okay, yeah. Sit on City of Tears Quarrel Bench, defeat the Lost Kin, break 3 floors, obtain 1 extra mask, talk to Lem in his shop with the Defender's Crest equipped, kill the Gorgeous Husk, 1500 Geo, 10 Lifeblood Masks, Collector's Map, Nail 2, 15 grubs, Soul Sanctum, get Dreamer checks. Alright.
Having very little frame of reference for what most of this stuff is. The 1500 Geo one seems eminently achievable.
Oh yeah, that one's very doable. The Eternal Ordeal one, that's gonna be a doozy and a half, but we'll get there when we get there. The nice thing about that little bingo board is, one, as you just saw, I can pop it out and hide it whenever I want, but two, that will also automatically update as I play. I don't need to, like, manually tick my own bingo boxes.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's just all smoothly integrated, a little side mod I downloaded in order to make that happen.
I do love the sickos, open brackets, complimentary, close brackets, that make stuff like this. We talk about this on the podcast sometimes, which, like, there are just some people who love these kinds of games and just want to have weird experiences with them because they're so good at them. And share that love with the rest of the world and make mods like this. It's cool.
It really is. Ooh, also, I'm gonna say this now and probably say it at the start of every one of these streaming episodes. This is gonna be, like, full total spoilers for Hollow Knight, and also a really bad way to experience the story of Hollow Knight. Like, if if you want to know what this game is about, in a unblemished, unfettered kind of way, maybe, you know, check out a more normal playthrough before doing this one. Hey, Elderbug.
Or play it yourself.
Yeah.
Based on the one stream of it I did enjoy it a lot more the second time around. And unfortunately, the meme is true. If you don't like Hollow Knight, maybe you should try again.
Yes. All right. We have our compass. I don't have a map yet, so... Actually, do I? No, I literally don't have a map yet. But we have a compass, so, you know, that's most of the way there. Let's check out what's in the shop. Papanada.
Papanada.
Alright. A map for the City of Tears, Charm Notch, a grub, Lifeblood Masks, Salubra's Blessing, some Geo. Because, yeah, in this case, that's from a treasure chest somewhere getting randomized into here. And then the normal things she actually is supposed to carry, yeah.
For the cost of 1 Geo, you can buy 65 Geo.
What a deal! And then, yeah.
Hey, ZC104 Purple, I will say it is less hard to get good at Hollow Knight than I thought it would be. Again, I have a very small frame of reference. I have not experienced most of the game. But I was doing spike jumps with the nail pogo, like, in my first play session. And I believe you can do it too.
Believe in the bug who believes in you. And while we're checking out things to get later on, let's check out the Grub Father. This sad fella wants me to get his grubs back, and every once in a while he'll get me something. What do we got? A Wanderer's Journal, Vengeful Spirit. That's one of my spells, so that's going to require a lot of work. Stack Stop, Destination, and then... Oh, he'll give me grubs if I bring him enough grubs.
That's pretty funny.
All right. Let's see here. I'm very quickly going to heal up because probably the first check I'm going to actually get is a slightly dangerous one. Like, I'm probably going to take some damage off of it no matter what I do. So being at full health really helps.
You can't heal normally yet. You haven't found it yet. Oh,
sure
God.
Can't. Yep.
I already forgot that.
I need to do boss fights without healing and only being able to attack down. Welcome to Hollow Knight randomizers. And in fact, little sneak preview, if I do find things to upgrade my nail and make it do more damage, I might not want to do that in case there's places I need to get to by pogoing off enemies. And if I need more than one pogo, then upgrading my nail might make it so I kill them too quickly and I can't get there anymore.
Yeah.
Great stone egg. Quirrell is great.
I warned you at the beginning of the stream, and it's gonna be true. I can't look at that stone egg and not see Matanui. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Hilka's got bionicle brain today, everybody. I apologize.
Yes, today. I definitely only have bionicle brain today.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, our first stop is what would normally be a grub, but now it can be, who knows? So yeah, just kind of taking that on the chin. A Grimkin Flame. Okay, that'll come in handy later.
Much later, I believe.
Yep. And we're dead. That's fine. And you say...
Still got the flame, right?
Yes, don't worry. Let me see if that's... it's not showing up in my inventory yet, because I don't have the associated charm, but promise, you can't lose items you acquire. Unless it's money and you die, which, I did, so...
That is one of the things I do like about Souls-inspired design, is that the bonfires, or whatever you want to call them, aren't like traditional checkpoints, in that if you die, you do keep basically everything you died with, instead of having to start over and do everything again and collect everything again.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like, I have gone on many a, guaranteed death run in Souls games. Just be like, look, I know I'm gonna get shot by a million archers, but if I just get shot by a million archers after picking up the item, it's fine. Cough on Orlando, cough. We have a friendo here. There's not a check, but we can check in on them at least real quick. Hey there. I love that both Hollow Knight and Silksong have extremely wholesome NPCs whose shtick is just dissing. That's what
I do love nonsense voice acting a lot. Like,
yes.
And when I say nonsense, I mean like they are speaking gibberish. Like, I'm always a big fan of
Found a grub.
Simlish.
Can't quite get there yet, but we know where he is at least.
And the Banjo Kazooie wop 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 wop. I have used the Banjo Kazooie as a sensor noise in podcasts before.
Yep. Bug money. Then this is locked up at the moment. That's fine.
So, oh, nice. So for the bingo sheet,
Yes.
is there a way to do things like do this thing without this thing, where you have to pay attention to like in what order you get stuff?
Oh, as in like, is it possible to like lock myself out?
I know that there's no options like that on the current bingo sheet, but in bingo sheets in general, like, could you have screwed yourself by equipping the compass charm?
Not really. I'm not seeing anything here that like would preclude that. Checking.
Yeah, like on this bingo sheet it's fine, but like it on the bingo sheet mod in general, is that a thing that you could put in there if you wanted to?
That depends on the people making like the entries for the bingo sheets, but yes, it is possible. Like I've done a bingo run in Sekiro, for example, and if one of the entries is defeat this boss without using this item, but I end up using that item, then I don't get a, like, that's just a square I'm not gonna get.
Also, speaking of bingo sheets,
Yes.
when you eventually do play Bloodborne,
Yes.
did you want to do a bingo sheet like right off the bat, or do the first playthrough just like normally?
I'm tempted to do a bingo run, but that does come with potential spoilers, so...
Yeah.
Hey, Cornifer. Cartographer by trade. Cornifer the Cartographer. Howling Wraiths. Ooh, that's another one of my spells.
Sounds like a spell. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, this one. I've seen this one.
It means I now have a way to attack upwards. And it will also come in handy for checks. Well, I say checks, plural. There's one check in the game that requires having the Howling Wraiths. I should probably explain the concept of a check real quick for the people watching who might not know what they are. A check in a randomizer is just anything that can or will give you one of the randomized things. So if there's a treasure chest that I can open, that's a check. If there's a boss who normally drops something, that's a check. If there's a secret room behind a breakable wall that has something in it, that's a check. And so there is one check that absolutely requires that you have the Howling Wraith spell. Quit birthing at me.
I do love the schlorp sound it makes when it does it.
Oh yeah. Great audio in this game.
But yeah, for context from earlier, like, I'm like medium at best at most video games. Like, but I was bouncing off those spiky worm things pretty quickly in my first play session of this game.
Yeah, Hollow Knight is, like, I'm not going to sit here and tell you that, you know, it's easy game for babies, but it's, like, for something that people think of as a Souls-like, it has a much gentler difficulty curve than most of them. Here we go. Hot springs. You can come back here, and every once in a while there will just be, like, random bugs using the hot springs, and they're having a nice conversation, and then you get in with them, and they stop and just look at you very awkwardly, like, can I help you?
That spell you have, did you have to equip it at the bench?
Nope. The only thing that you need to be at a bench in order to equip is charms.
Yeah.
Alright. That little ambush only happens the once. Like, there's always going to be enemies here, but the ambush only happens once.
For context for our viewers and listeners at home, again, I haven't actually played a lot of this game, but I have seen Seskra just stream it on Discord like a lot. So I have an approximate knowledge of many things, as the GIF from Adventure Time says.
Hot springs would be more relevant in this playthrough, because, like, they heal you, and almost nothing in the game actually does that, besides benches and your own healing ability. So, in a run where you can't heal, that would be super important, except there aren't hot springs that don't have a bench next to them, so...
Yeah.
Womp womp.
So then, mechanically, what is their purpose in the game?
They do refill your soul alongside your health.
Oh, and benches don't do that.
Yes, well, they don't normally. There is an item you can get that will let them do that. And in fact, that was in the shop earlier, but I can't afford it yet. That's a Salubra's Gift, which normally has a cute little animation of, like, a little ghost coming out and, like, sort of bestowing the soul upon you, which is cute and fun in the core vanilla game. And kind of a pain, actually, because it comes with sound effects, and you're frequently just, like, at a bench checking your map, trying to figure things out, and the little ghost won't shut up. And you're just like, I'm trying to work here.
I think about Souls-inspired games a lot. Like, because I have very mixed feelings on them. I don't want to get, like, into an argument, I suppose, but because we have different opinions on them.
Yeah.
But my main takeaway in them is I realize they are a lot more fair than their reputation
Would have
indicates.
to believe. Yeah, like,
Yeah.
it's
and,
overblown.
like, yeah, it is mostly the fault of the fan base.
Yes. As per usual.
But I have played a handful of them, and they're still in general more than I enjoy in terms of difficulty. And you can get these are the kinds of games that are very designed around you getting better at them.
Yes.
But for a lot of them, I just kind of don't want to, right? Like, that's the thing. I think that's one of the things I brought up when I stopped playing Elden Ring, is...
Not to interrupt, but a quick little thing here. One of the things that got randomized is the destinations for our fast travel stag. So I can't actually go back to the station that we came from, because normally you unlock that by unlocking that station, by going there and ringing the bell. I got a bunch of money from that instead, which is great, but it means I can't travel back there. So introducing another sub-mod. You'll see it here at the top. We have Bench Warp. This lets me fast travel to any bench I have sat on, both to prevent soft locks and to just speed up the game so people don't just see me, like, walking back and forth forever.
Yeah, because right now where you are at, the only way back is with the
stag, yes.
Stag, yes.
Yeah, like, if this door would open if I had Dirtmouth as a destination unlocked, but I don't, so the door is still closed. Funny how triggers work like that in game. I just want to pop into the shop real quick. Let's see, City of Tears map. Yeah, here we go. Salubra's Blessing. That will get us the soul at benches, and thankfully the mod, by default, disables the ghost thingy so that you don't have the audio in the background the entire time. Let's see here. We do have a bunch of money, so might as well get some. I'll get the charm notch. That's going to come up later. I'll get the map. That's going to come up later. I'll get 1 pair of markers. And that'll do for now. And then we can just warp back to the stack station because it had a bench there. So,
Nice.
Booyah, as they say.
As he only said once.
I'm only gonna say this once. Booyah.
I have, like, very mixed feelings on, like, those kinds of catchphrases. Because, on the one hand, like... Okay. Those kinds of catchphrases in the context of, like, follow-ups and sequels and stuff.
Yes.
Because, on the one hand, it's like... You know, characterization that's like a thing of known characterization, right? But it also sometimes does make me feel like I'm a seal clapping at, ooh, they said the thing.
Orf, orf.
Hee 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 hoo hoo hoo. You know?
Alright, this place, super dark. Now, normally there's a lantern you can get to light this place up. I've done randomizer runs where I just didn't get the lantern until, like, my penultimate check, pretty much. Because,
Brutal.
strictly speaking, you don't need it. Except, you might have seen, like, a dark silhouette there of another, like, sort of toll booth, much like the one we had at the stack station.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, that toll booth is just, like, you cannot interact with it unless you have light. So... that's like the only thing that you really need the lantern for, but you can get to the other side of that place even without the lantern. So
I'm gonna kayfabe it with the person or entity who is called when you ring the toll booth wants to be able to see who it is before they show up. So the grubs will always be grubs, right?
What do you mean?
Yeah. So when you find a grub jar in the wild,
Yes.
breaking it will always give you a grub, right? That hasn't been randomized?
Asterisk mostly yes, except when the mod says grubs have been randomized, that includes their jars. Like normally there isn't a grub jar there.
Like that.
Yeah. They are randomized jar and all. But also, there are a tiny handful of grub jars in the base game that have surprises. And I legitimately cannot remember whether the randomizer mod randomizes which ones have surprises in them. So we'll find that out together.
Wild.
Alright, so far, we're not doing bad. We found a charm. We've got some money. We got, like, a map.
Got a spell.
Got a spell, yep. Doing alright. Time for a boss fight.
Now, you said this wasn't an easy game for babies.
I mean, you're not supposed to have that spell yet.
Yeah, I know.
We just found a destination for our stag.
I don't know if I don't think I sent it to you because it contained Silksong spoilers at the time.
Mm-hmm.
There was a very funny Reddit post that I read a couple months ago, where it was like someone who was so furious at the design of Silksong, how it's way too hard and annoying, and they were struggling with this boss, and it was like the first boss in the game.
Which, to be fair, like, I cannot overstate how much Silksong expects you to have played and finished Hollow Knight in terms of skill level. It barely has a, like, it barely acknowledges the suggestion that players might not have played the first game and expects you to keep up a lot. Right, yeah, sorry, this is just lore. If you want to read this in your own time, play the game on your own time. We have things to be and people to do. Alright. We did save Sly just now in that little hut, so he'll be back up top in Dirtmouth as our second shop. That'll be very much worth checking out, but first we have more places to explore down here.
Also, remind me, Team Cherry are Australian, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
And in fact, I think the one, like, publicly playable demo of Silksong was at a Australian Gamescom. I can't remember which one exactly, but I don't think it was PAX Australia. I think it was actually something smaller than that, but yeah.
I don't think PAX Australia exists anymore, honestly. I can Google that.
You have the power.
Yeah. Because, like, they did get rid of some PAXs.
Yeah,
I think PAX South is gone.
no, I think South still exists, but unplugged, I think, went the way of the dodo.
Okay, no, PAX Australia does still exist.
Good.
There was, I wish I could remember where it was, but there was it might have been Tokyo Game Show, where, like, Silksong was being displayed as, like, part of the Nintendo booth.
Here we go. We can hit up Sly real quick, see what he's got for sale. Hey, bud. Pathwachio. Hidden Station Stag. Yes, we're gonna want that. Mask Shard, a Helena Seal, another Mask Shard, pricey, and some money. Alright. Thank you. I'm quickly gonna grab some money from the Grub Father, and then we'll resume our normally scheduled programming.
Right, and you'll also get some grubs, right? Because one of them was when you have one grub, he'll give you one grub.
I believe that is correct.
Chain into more rewards.
One grub. I don't know why. A little bit of
And one
money.
grub, one opportunity.
A Wanderer's Journal. And a grub. Alright, next grub is at 9 grubs. And also, if I pop back in right now, he'll throw some more money at me. Because very technically, I... But the... Where's my money? He did the animation, but no money spawned. Here. Huh. Alright, Dracula, you big nerd, where's my damn lunch money?
I was devastated when I found out that that was photoshopped. It would have been so fun. Like, Moon Knight is a very, like, serious character. So it would have been so funny if that was real, man.
Alright, I'm gonna heal up on that real quick, because guess what we're doing? Another boss!
I know you didn't watch the like MCU Moon Knight TV show.
Correct, I did not.
I have a fondness for Moon Knight based purely on his appearance in Marvel Ultimate Alliance.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was like, A, I have that fondness, and B, he's played by Oscar Isaac.
Hell yeah.
In the show. And it was so sad when the show was bad. It was so boring. And the villain was like, what's his name again? I can Google this.
Atten Poswald.
I did watch something in it yesterday with Patton Oswalt. Ethan Hawke. The villain was played by Ethan Hawke.
Ooh, I have not thought about Ethan Hawke in ages.
He's kind of like... He kind of had like the Josh Hartnett push when he was young, and they tried to make him like a leading man in Hollywood, and that didn't really work out. But he's having now like a sort of a career resurgence, and I love that for him.
I loved him in Lord of War. He was great in that.
Oh, Lord of War is such a great movie.
Yeah, like, if you ever want proof that Nicolas Cage can actually act, watch Lord of War.
Or one of my favorite movies, Ghost Rider Spirit of Vengeance. You knew that was coming as soon as I started talking.
I knew what I was getting into. This ain't my first rodeo. Hi there.
Yeah, he was in Deadpool.
Whoa.
He had a cameo in Glass Onion.
Nice.
That credited to efficient man.
Ow. Worth it. Because yeah, I think this will be... Oh, one more than I thought. There we go.
I love the sound effects in this game.
Blue. Fragile Greed. That's a charm. Might come up later.
Let's see if I can no-scope this. It's a charm that increases the amount of geo you receive, but if you take too much damage, it breaks.
Very good. And also the head of the hammer was in fact a bug that is now just going to the unemployment office. Yeah, you can eventually make it so that that charm won't break, but we're a ways off from that. Essence. Excellent.
That's Dream Nail stuff, right? Essence?
Very good, yeah. You get it from a bunch of different things, mostly from fighting certain bosses normally. And it's similar to the grubs in that once you get enough of it, you will receive certain rewards. And here we have another bench. Yes, I know. He's giving me dialogue he shouldn't be giving me yet because I have a spell. Then it's like, oh, you found something from my cousin. Yeah. Yeah, normally he gives you your first spell, but now this will be something different. 2 lifeblood mass. Thanks.
Not the most exciting reward.
I'm thrilled. Thank you. I'm not sure how much of this I can do at the moment. We'll see how far I can get.
Purple, I'm not sure. Like, I know who Annie Austin is. I confess I don't watch his videos. What are his takes on what we've been talking about? I am kind of curious.
There we go. Yoinks and zoinks.
Well,
there goes that extra life. There we go.
there is something, like, psychologically very rude about, like, having spikes just on the ceiling. Just because, like... he does unemployment reports, so that bug is going to the unemployment office. Will have to be counted.
Nice.
Right, of course.
Right, and the reason for your most recent termination? I guess the company was dissolved? In that...
My boss died, yeah?
Yeah? There is a thing up there, but I can't get it yet because I don't have a double jump.
But like I was saying, it was so, like, having the spikes just on the ceiling, there's just something in it that activates my desire to jump. Even though it's, like, an objectively bad idea.
Yup. Alright, what do we got? Elegant key. Ornate key, made from a glistening white metal, bears the mark of Hellenist's soul sanctum and glows faintly in the dark. That's good to have. Checkzones significantly later.
We're getting a lot of those so far.
Yeah, we have.
Yeah, maybe they are friendly spikes. Exactly.
Yeah.
You never know until you try.
Mm-hmm. We have a armadillo-looking friend sort of skulking around down there, and I can't kill him right now. Literally, like, invulnerable to every attack I have.
Including the spell?
I mean, I can try the spell. Normally, like, spells are his weakness, but that's because, like, he hunkers up if you get too close, so you hit him from a distance. My spell kind of requires me to be close. Yeah, literally does nothing, and also I'm stuck here now. So we're going to warp on out of here, don't worry. This is why we have the mod.
Exactly.
Alright, so, let's check in real quick. We have, yeah, map, a journal, key, one spell, so he okay?
That's me.
Can you think of something we don't have yet?
I can think of lots of things you don't have yet.
Mm-hmm.
A map of the local area, the ability to attack to the left,
all valid.
Double jump,
yeah,
wall
valid points.
climb.
All true. The one I was looking for was anything that lets me get to new places. Because checkzones, yeah, we haven't actually gotten that yet. So, starting to run a little bit low on places to go for checks. To the point where, unless the grub fodder gives me something good here, I'm gonna have to hit up a third boss fight. And it is definitely the hardest of these three. All right.
Now, is the mod configured in a way that you can't, like, soft lock yourself like this?
Yes, it is. Like, even with the curse, like, you will not get a dead seed that is just unsolvable.
Unless you suck at the game, maybe, but you're not doing this kind of thing if you suck at the game.
No.
And to go back to the point about the spikes, I am trying to like interrogate why like I have that temptation when they're on the ceiling, but not when they're on the floor. And like, I guess when they're on the floor, like you can jump onto the spikes like on purpose, but most likely you're going to do it by accident.
Yes.
But when they're on the ceiling, like you have to opt in. Like you can't unless you have very shaky hands and accidentally hit the jump button, I suppose, which some people do have. But like it's sort of the like tabletop gaming like goblin style player of I shouldn't. What if I did?
I thought there was a lifeblood cocoon down here. Am I crazy? I mean, yes, but that's medically unrelated.
Being used to gravity as well. Yeah, that also happens.
Yep. Yeah, nothing here. All right.
Spoilers for Super Mario Odyssey, I suppose. But
I prefer Super Mario Iliad.
One of the last areas of the game is the moon. And the gravity there is very different. I've made that mistake before. Rough. Ooh, Jesus. Oh, nice.
Might die. Yeah. Yeah. Alright.
I feel like you were doing very well, though.
Relatively speaking, yes. Alright. Trying to think of what else is out there. I cannot get to the fungal wastes yet because there's a jump I can't clear.
How about you think about it while we take a break? We're almost at the top of the hour.
That's very true. I'm gonna get my ghosty back, and once I do, we'll take that break.
Yeah. It goes quickly, huh?
It do.
Yeah. That's something I frequently run into when I'm
Oh yeah, sorry.
hosting the stream.
I was just like, wait, am I in the wrong place? Well, it did just take damage, so we're warping back. But yeah, I'm just... Well, I have like a minute just mull over. Do I have other options besides this one boss? Like, okay, can't do fungal waste. Can't do green path because I don't have the ranged spell. Can't do crystal peaks because I don't have the downward spell. And I also don't have the lantern, so that's the other way cut off. Can't do Howling Cliffs because I don't have the grappling hook for wall jumping.
You don't have one of the grappling hooks, I guess.
I mean, you can get there with just one if you're willing to be clever about it. But, okay. Let's get that ghosty and then I'll reset. Yeah, I should have. That's what I should have done after that last bit of damage. Come to think of it, like getting the ghosty with damage is fine.
Yeah.
But starting the boss fight with damage, that's a no-go. Here we go.
When time passes, time flies. That's a good one. I've never heard that one before.
All right. We'll be back in, just a few minutes. We're going to stretch. We're going to cycle some fluids. Recommend you do the same at home. And we'll be back right after this. And we're back. Hope everybody's still doing good out there.
I know I am, despite the muscle pain I told you about during the break.
So, during said break, I thankfully remembered something. I could try and really lock in and do this boss fight right now. But I don't actually have to, because we did get something that does get me a couple other places. It's easy not to think of it that way because it's not an item.
Ah yes, stag location.
Exactly. We got some destinations for our stag bus. We have the hidden station and the stag nest. We'll do the stag nest first, because that's a very self-contained area. Nice and short. What do we got here? A grub for 300 geo. I'm gonna mark this on the map.
Oh, right, you have to pay to unlock the stag locations, and therefore you also have to pay for the stuff you find.
Yes. That's sort of up here-ish, so I don't forget. But okay, that's and grub. That's not the biggest thing in the world, at least not yet. What else we got over here? Up slash!
Ooh.
That is actually going to make that boss fight so much easier. I might go back now and do that boss fight now to think about it. And then also, now that I think about it, I can't get over to the other side of this just yet, but I can get here. Which means we're in Howling Cliffs, baby! That's excellent news. That's going to get me a couple places. Alright, there's a... Yeah. Here lies Gorb, the Great Mind.
Gorb.
Gorb the Great. Gorb the Magnificent. Finest mind of his generation.
Gorb. Sorry, it's just a really funny name.
Gorb. It was so cool when he gorbed all over those guys.
Thankfully, his great mind does give him a lot of gorb in his personality.
Yeah, like... He's not nearly as gorbless as you think he is. Well met. A fierce warrior. Let's begin the lesson immediately. A white fragment. Yeah, I'll take that. I hope you don't think me too forward when I say that I consider you to be my child. I do consider that slightly too forward. Like, that's a big step in our dynamic. We met, like, 70 seconds ago. But thank you for the white fragment. If you're wondering what that does, the answer is, nothing yet. Eventually it will do something. But right now, it cannot be equipped, but if it could be equipped, it would cost 5 notches.
Damn.
Women in my phone could do this. Declaring you to be their child 70 seconds after meeting you? Yeah, I feel you on that. Alright, there's... I could think of at least one other check we can get to from here. Possibly a few more. If we're very lucky, we'll be able to meet Bug Satan, but actually, no, I know that I can't do that yet, so.
I'm sorry, did you say the phrase bug Satan and just expect me not to question it?
Yeah, Bug Satan. I mean, he says his name isn't Bug Satan, but I think that's just a legal thing. Like, he's very Satan-coded. Hey, Cornifer.
Cornifer's song is very similar to the Luigi's Mansion theme.
Yeah, it does kind of have that, like, Luigi's house, but it's mansion.
It got you too, huh?
It actually didn't, but that's way too dark for me to go in. But I enjoy, like, reinfecting you with it.
I'm gonna call it a problem for the sake of comedy. It is an actual problem in like the Luigi's Mansion streams we were doing. Every time I would fire up the stream, I would really have to stop myself from just singing along to Luigi's house, but it's mansion.
I'm trying to
Hear him hums in Skyward Sword. Ooh. It's been a hot minute since I've heard that. I've never played Skyward Sword, but I've seen YouTube videos. God, I hate saying that because it sounds kind of pathetic, maybe not the word I'm going for, but
the corpse
Gross.
of a large bug. Yeah, if I had the Dream Nail, I could smack this and then a thing would pop up and I could talk to Bug Satan. But, alas. And that's why you should tune in for the next episode.
Exactly. Though in my defense, I have never owned a Wii, so I have not been able to play Skyward Sword. I guess I could play it on Switch.
Yeah. Cyclone Slash. Yeah, these trees are also normally in the game. They're a way to get essence, but I threw them in the randomizer pool as well. So in this case, yeah, that's the Cyclone Slash, which you'd think, okay, that's a combat ability, nice to have, but it's not going to get you places. If I don't find a left or right slash for a while, that might be the only way to do horizontal slashes. And
it would have been great comedy if you got the left or right slash right there.
It would have, yeah, you're not wrong. But alas.
The Switch port is worse? Ah, that sucks.
Yeah, I remember vaguely hearing about that.
The only thing I know about the Switch port of Skyward Sword is they added a fast travel feature to the game, but you could only access it if you bought like the amiibo and activated it. It's baffling.
Sprint Master. Alright, that's a nice to have. And then I can't fall down the shaft. Well, I can, but I think that just gets me into a fight I can't get out of without spells.
Motion controls are worse than the Wii.
Here we go.
Yeah.
This treasure chest is a trap. Fun fact.
That explains why there's one Geo in it.
Yeah, like, the designers very carefully were like, it's going to have one Geo in it, and people are going to be like, where's the rest? Did I miss the rest? Let's jump in and make sure I grab everything. This chest is a shaft you can fall down, and then you get stuck between two enemies, and you need to shoot your way out with spells. I don't have those spells, so I'm not going to do that right now.
That is some, like, a Sararak design. I forget you do have the up slash to hit those as well.
Yeah, like, it always takes me a bit in these runs to, like, unlearn the pogo.
Yeah. I'm not, like, the hugest fan of motion controls in general. Like I almost went to go grab it, but then I remembered I'm not actually on camera for this. I own like the Super Mario 3D collection that they released for like the 35th anniversary. And I really liked what I played of Mario Galaxy, but the like mandatory motion controls really kind of put me off it. And that's a shame, because Mario Galaxy's great.
Yeah, like, I enjoyed Twilight Princess pretty well, but it would have, like, benefit of hindsight, I wish I had gotten the GameCube version, because the motion controls do not improve the Wii version.
And not that this would have affected you, but like, the GameCube version is now like kind of a rare game.
I can
so
imagine.
You could sell it for a pretty penny. Which unfortunately means that if you want to buy one now, prepare to drop in 3 figures.
The sweet sound of my beloved. Hey Zote, how are you doing? I'm great. Thanks for asking.
I'm not saying that like one influenced the other, but I did get Zote vibes from Monster Hunter Wilds. I forget his name. The Wud who does poetry.
Right, yes.
And how he keeps getting stuck in Ursula webs and stuff.
Yeah, like, I think... Yeah, Zote gets captured 3 times in this game? Sort of, like, I don't know if it was explicitly a reference or if it was an influence, but, big, like, Onion Knight vibes from Dark Souls. Yeah. Zoe is just like, oh, hello! Yes, I've just been having a good think about how to get through here. We'll need a team of 5, 7 men. What's that? You already did it? Bloody hell, mate, slow the hell down.
This is the one of the few pieces of Dark Souls dialogue that I know. No, you should have waited.
The Gathering Swarm. That's a useful little charm. Like, it just hoovers up any loose bug money lying around. It's a habit of yours to scurry about, getting in the way and causing bother. Know this cur. I am Zote the Mighty, a knight of great renown. Cross me again, and you'll find out why they call my weapon Life Ender. That's a strange way of saying thank you. You were saying?
I do love that, like, again, this is a fully spoiled stream, so I feel no
shame.
worry saying this. I do love that, like, for most of the game, it looks like he sucks, like, really badly. And then you fight him.
Oh, somebody hasn't played the game, have they? Because, spoilers, he does suck. Like, the boss fight against Zote that is one of the hardest things in the game, that's not Zote. That is literally the dream of somebody who is romantically infatuated with him and imagines him to be her, like, knight and savior.
Right, it was with the dream nail stuff. Sound effect.
Bunch of essence. There we go. Yeah, there's 1 or 2 sound effects in the game that are always just like conspicuously loud, and I wish they weren't. Okay, that's just money. I'm okay leaving that. We already got this check. That was essence. I think we're close to a bench. Right, yes. These vines here holding up this rock. I can't cut them because they require a horizontal slash. Stuff like this is why that cyclone slash might actually come up at some point. Like, sometimes you just gotta cut sideways.
Conspicuous is a great word. I agree.
Mm-hmm.
It's got great mouthfeel. Inspired by, oh, that's so rude.
I know it.
Other streamers I enjoy, Loading Ready Run. I have become a big fan of malfeasance recently.
Malfeasance is also great. Among my favorite misdemeanors. A grub. We'll take it. And while I'm here, let's equip Gathering Swarm. We'll do Sprint Master, and I could do Weaver Song. What that does is it gives me a little support squad of tiny spiders. So, you know, it's on point. On brand, I should say. You know what, between
Although if you enjoy malfeasance, let me hit you with my favorite word of all time, defenestration.
Defenestration!
It is the act of throwing someone out a window.
Yep. I'm also a big fan of verisimilitudinous.
Oh. Look at us and our $10 words.
Asterisk. They're Canadian dollars. It's not that big a deal.
Yeah, we're not going as low as Australian dollars.
No, God, we have some standards. A grub. Which means, yeah, I can come in and out, and that should get us a new stack stop.
Asynchronous. Ooh. Bangers.
Wrestling ground stag. Hell yeah. Let's see if we can do that boss fight now, because if we can, that'll be the crossroads mostly cleared out. At least as cleared as they're going to be for a while.
Well, the one that like a lot of people in my high school were always like, "Ooh, look at me! I know a big word," was anti-disestablishmentarianism.
Yep. That one's up there, I think, for just like longest words.
There was like another longer one that had something to do with like it was an illness you got from inhaling volcanic ash or something.
Pneumono ultramicroscopic silicovolcanoconiosis.
Yes, that one.
First try, baby. Yeah, it's a kind of pneumonia you get from breathing in the ashes of a volcanic eruption. There have been like 3 cases ever. It really doesn't need or deserve its own word, really, but it sticks around because the word is so amusingly long. People don't want to get rid of it.
Yeah, we are nothing if not eloquent streamers.
Here we go. Sneak underneath.
It does. I saw a clip from like a podcast where the guy just couldn't, for the life of him, pronounce. God, what was the word again? Philanthropy. He just couldn't pronounce philanthropy for the life of him. I wish I could find it. It was so funny.
I wonder what would have happened if he tried to say synesthesia. There we go. I'd like to give my thanks to the squad. Soul Catcher. Not gonna get me places, but that is a very good charm. Yeah, increases the amount of soul you get when striking enemies with the nail. Alright. So now we can warp back, change up our loadout a little bit, and decide where to go next. Maybe also check out the shops. Once I had a teacher failed to say homogenization. Mm-hmm.
There is.
Bapanada.
I don't know if your teacher was American, but there are some Americans who say homogeneous instead of homogeneous, and it's very odd.
Homogeneous was my nickname in high school.
Although the one that tilts me off the planet the most is niche.
Which, you know, some people consider an exceptional pronunciation. But okay.
Maybe that was it. Maybe it was.
Alright, let's, yeah, we have a couple of resting grounds, hidden station. Let's do resting grounds. Resting grounds should be fairly contained. What do we got? Dash Master. Alright, that one's a freebie for some reason. And then we also have... Yeah, I'll take a little bit of Essence, why not? Alright, alright. The resting grounds.
I'm sure it's calm and peaceful and nothing bad happens here.
As long as you stay above ground, that is shockingly accurate.
There's a song I really desperately want to sing right now, but I'm afraid it might get us like copyright struck or something.
Yeah, please don't.
For posterity, it's Home for Arrest by Spirit of the West.
Yeah, this is normally where we would be getting the Dream Nail. But now, we'll see. Let's take a look at the Dream Nail. I hope that it came from a female. Hi, Moth.
Though related, I can imagine people would also struggle with a variant, homogeneity.
Mm-hmm. I think I had homogeneity on toast when I was in the UK. It was pretty good. Essence. Alright, we'll take it. Gary. Yes, yes, yes. I have the Dream Nail. Definitely, totally for realsies.
Lucani.
And yeah, because we have enough essence, she'll open up a door. And then there's a little list here. We can get a grub, a Grimkin Flame, and the King Station Stag.
Ooh.
A grub, Grimkin Flame, King Station Stag. Alright. All good gets. Yeah, she opened up this door, which is going to be very useful. Except, I can't swim. Perfectly normal, clear water. It's not acid, but I can't swim. So, because, yeah, we set up the randomizer to take that away from me. So, let's see. What does I get here? Geo. Okay.
What are you, Altair from Assassin's Creed 1?
Famously water-soluble man.
It is kind of wild, like, as a card-carrying Assassin's Creed fan, going, like, through the history of the franchise and how in, like, Assassin's Creed Shadows, one of the, like, cool stealth mechanics you have is you can, like, hide under the water with, like, one of those little reed pipes.
Yeah.
To, like, stay underwater and spy on people.
Yeah, you got a little bamboo snorkel.
Yeah. And this comes from the franchise where the first protagonist of the first game literally died when he touched water.
Yep.
That's innovation, baby. It's only taken them 2 console generations to get this far.
Anything over here? No, okay. So yeah, resting grounds cleared out for now, but that was still very much worth getting. Because we got the King Station Stag, and I cannot overstate how important that is.
Also, speaking of console generations, it's wild to consider that, like, the next one starts in, like, 2 years.
I would argue, like, the most, like, we've very recently started a new one with the Switch 2. But, let's see. King Station or King Station? King
Yeah,
Station.
the weird thing about console generations is, like, I think they're generally measured with the Xbox and PlayStation, because Nintendo also always, like, they bring out their new console, like, halfway through.
Ooh. This is important to get once I have enough money.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
like,
Nintendo
if you're
releases
looking at
their
your,
sort
like-
of crudely off cycle, but we do consider, you know, like, the Wii part of the same gen as the 360 and the PS3.
Yeah. But yeah, so, like, the Switch 2 is part of the PS5 and Xbox Series generation. Ooh. It's broken.
Let's see, this is water, so I can't do much here yet. I mean, yeah, it's what you just said is probably accurate. I'm sort of running the numbers in my head, like, then what would be the equivalent of, like, the PS4 for Nintendo? And oh, right, the Wii U did
Which one?
happen. Oh, well, there's the Wii U and also the Switch. So, yeah, there's a lot of consoles out there, as it turns out.
Yeah. But, like, I read an article a couple days ago about how, like, Sony is considering, like, delaying the PS6 just because the cost of the materials right now to get, like, memory
Yep.
and storage and graphics cards for them is so high.
Mostly memory.
I guess, yeah, memory is part of the graphics cards as well. Yeah.
Yep, they do have VRAM in them. VRAM, if you will. This is about
And,
all I
like-
can do in the City of Tears right now because I am, unfortunately, water soluble. Yep, can't make that.
And it's probably partially because I do not own a PlayStation 5, but like the joke about the PS5 having no games is not like
as true as it
literally
used to
true.
be. It's gotten better, but yeah.
If you think about like exclusives, it's like Spider-Man 2, Demon's Souls Remastered.
Final Fantasy 16.
Nope, that's not an exclusive anymore.
Not anymore? Okay, it was on release, but does that? Yeah.
It's on PC now, and apparently the port is terrible.
I'm not surprised. I'm about to make a sweeping generalization about an entire genre, but JRPGs tend not to have good PC ports most of the time. You know, there are exceptions. Ask your doctor, but by and large, they're not great at it. And if you're about to say Monster Hunter, like, calling that a JRPG is a little generous. But okay. We have enough
also,
money.
the PC port of Monster Hunter Wilds was bad.
Yes. But the one for World was great, so. We have a wall jump. Woo. That opens up a lot of things. So many of the things. You want things? We got them. I should have made that jump, but we can recover.
These spear throwing bugs seem extremely annoying.
Would you believe? They are.
Hi, Win Empire. Nice to see you.
Hiya. Hey, Erica. How you doing?
We're playing some Hollow Knight with a randomizer mod.
Here we go. Get that bug
And
money.
10 other mods.
I mean, the rest are all subcomponents of the randomizer mod, except for the bingo mod.
I suppose. And the mod hider mod.
That too, yes. The only reason I have the mod hider mod on there is just because if I don't, the list of all the mods is actually going to take up quite a lot of real screen real estate. Alright. Gotta get through here and then... I mean, you saw me make that jump earlier. It's doable. I just gotta get my timing just right. And for the buttons on my controller to not stick.
What controller are you using?
I'm using an Xbox controller for this.
Like Xbox One, Xbox 360?
360, I believe. It's not an official Microsoft one, but it's... Here we go. Okay, made it here. And the jump button literally just stuck on me. But okay. We can do it. That was too early. Alright, let's...
Gotta use some of that, what's it called? Coyote time? No.
It is called Coyote time, yes. After Wile E. Coyote. Also, I need to, There we go. If you're wondering what I was doing there, I was literally hammering my A button a little bit to, like, clear up some of the stick I have on that. We can also come in from the other side as well. So, let's... Here. Alright, that's one. We do have other options. We don't need to fiddle with this. Let's see here. Because, yeah, a bunch of things did open up with this. Ooh, actually, yeah. There's a shop we can now get to.
Yeah, and you have more stag locations.
I do still, but stag locations are a nice thing to, like, revisit when I run out of other options, or at least out of other easy options. Yeah, there's a couple things now here in the crossroads. we can get to. Jump. Wow.
Oh yeah.
Hello. Salubra. She has vessel fragments, mask shards, pale ore. That's very much worth having.
Nice.
Eventually. One returnal. The God Tuner. Pick that up now.
What a bargain. 1 geo.
The Quill. I'm gonna save up for the Quill. That's a big one. Because, yeah, you can buy maps, but you can't actually update them by exploring until you get this. So that's the big one. The God Tuner, it's not really gonna come up. It pertains to like end game content that we will eventually get to. Eventually. There's something. Yes, I was trying to remember. I knew there was another check somewhere in the crossroads that I can now get to, and I think I remember where it is. Actually, there's 2 checks. Arthur 2 checks Jackson. Jump, jump, jump. Crisscross makes you want to jump. Here we go.
Speaking of jumping,
Yes.
I watched an interesting YouTube video recently about the songs that were sampled for Jump Around by House of Pain.
Yeah.
And I don't entirely remember what the songs were because I'd never heard of them before. But it was kind of cool that, like, you know, the like really loud kind of screeching horn sound that's at the beginning of that song? It's sampled from another hip hop song that sampled it from a soul song.
Yeah. Sounds about right.
So like the first sample already like distorted it a little bit for the sampling, and then House of Pain did it even more.
Yeah, they lean
into
into
it. That's how
it.
it became like such a screeching noise.
Yeah. Alright, so that wasn't really a check, that was just some money, and eventually I'll be able to do some more stuff with that little corpse there, but not yet. So not actually a check, but there's one other actual check. Normally it's a grub, but this time it is something else. Alright, I hadn't opened this yet. Let's see. There we go.
Do you need to inspect that to get more stuff?
No, that's just, like, that's something Cornifer leaves behind, because, like, if you buy stuff off him, he moves on, but if you make it to a new area where he's also supposed to be available, he'll also leave behind a little note, and the note basically just goes like, sorry I missed you, if you still want some of my stuff, you know, you can pick it up at the store.
Gotcha.
Right, that check right there. I know I can wall jump now, but I don't actually know if I have enough, like, sheer distance clearance to get that. I don't think I do.
It's close, but I think you're just a little off.
Yeah, it's very tight. Let's go back.
I do now have House of Pain's Jump Around stuck in my head, which is, I suppose, preferable to Luigi's Houseboated Mansion.
This one goes out to Joe, the Bida, Nicola. Let's see here. Resting grounds, not much else.
I don't believe we've been to the hidden station yet.
We have not, no. And there is definitely some fertile soil there. We can also go back to Green Path. There's a lot to do in Green Path still, but let's see, what do we have here? Wanderer's Journal. I mean, we'll get that eventually, just for the sake of the bingo board. But for now, it's fine. There's not a lot of checks out here in the... Is this the Abyss? No, it's not the Abyss. It's the... You can clearly see the desolate dive it's holding, but something you could Yep. Yep.
Is a famous path?
Don't worry. Path of Pain is not required for this run. I'm gonna do it for bragging rights, but it's not required. But it is the area in which the Path of Pain is hidden. But yeah. Need to go through the White Palace if I want the Desolate Dive. Checks notes, yes, I want the Desolate Dive. It is my down spell, and it's by far the most important of all the spells for mobility. So, yeah. Unfortunately for me, White Palace is not easily accessed. Because it requires not just the Dream Nail, but the fully awoken, fully empowered Dream Nail, which,
Oh, nice. I definitely would have messed that one up.
Yeah,
it's the kind of gameplay that you get from someone who knows what they're doing.
I could probably just come up from the top. No, coming in from the top is... I remember trying that in previous runs, and it actually doesn't work out very well, so I just gotta get my wall jumping just right.
I believe in
you. I felt like I pushed the button in time on that, but it was fighting me on it a little bit. Okay, that one admittedly too early. I could just fall down actually and reset myself. That's nice and quick.
There's only so many times you can do that.
I can go back to the bench. But yeah, can't jump too early. Yeah, definitely pushed in time.
You had it there.
Yeah, me too. And yet. All right, one more and then we can. Okay, that one didn't quite get there. But okay, we know we have options here. We got a little bit out of it at least. I think the main thing probably at this point is green path, because we did, yeah, make it to the stack station there.
Splat indeed.
Splat. Ooh, we can do another boss fight now that I think about it. Featuring a little somebody you might have heard of. She's, you know, like an up-and-comer in the genre. Hi, Hornet.
I wonder if, given that the checkpoints in this game are benches,
yes,
I wonder if anyone has ever made an edit of Hollow Knight set to like the John Mulaney bit of "I was over on the bench."
I fear that might be too niche. I know it's very off-brand for us, but
Yeah. Because I was over on the bench. It is indeed her.
whew, that was close. Left flag.
Ooh, let's go.
and the distant village stag. Woo! And can't go this way because, yeah, the game is assuming I just got the dash, and boy, did I not. But, you know.
Yeah, for context, Erica, Silksong was originally just supposed to be a free expansion for this game where you played as Hornet, but then the scope just kept increasing.
Mm-hmm.
And also, I think part of it is they realized Hornet moves so differently and attacks so differently that it would just be like weird to have this style of level design for playing as her.
Yeah, the like Silksong and Hollow Knight do have like comparable progression and like world design, but it's a mistake to think like it's a transferable skill set.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they're fantastic fun. Like Silksong is a great game to move around in. Feels great.
But the main thing, to my understanding, having not played Silksong, is that Hornet relies a lot more on diagonal, like, movement and attacks.
Yes, which in this game, effectively not a thing.
Yeah. So it would be fun to try one game as the other's character just for giggles.
Mm-hmm. I'm sure people are working on both of those mods already.
Isn't there like a toolkit for, like, I forget what they're called, like a kit in Silksong where your controls basically become Hollow Knight controls?
They do become similar, yes. There's nothing that's like the pure vanilla experience, but there's stuff that gets close.
Okay.
And that is in there as sort of a, you know, they're saying they're throwing a bone to the Hollow Knight players is making it sound more cold and uncaring than I think it was intended. It's, you know,
Definitely thought you would get hurt there.
let's see, this is all fine. A little bit soul.
I do really appreciate that because people often forget that Hollow Knight was originally like a Kickstarter game.
Yep.
And I do appreciate that they lived up to the terms of the Kickstarter where everyone who backed it at the correct level did get Silksong for free.
Mm-hmm.
I guess at no extra cost. Strongest pick. Yeah, I'm going to say the same thing as I said at the beginning of the stream when you weren't here about Hollow Knight 1. I am like medium at best at most video games, and Hollow Knight is a game similar to like its Souls-like inspirations, where you do actually have to get good at it, but based on my admittedly limited experience, it is not as hard to get good at it as you might think it is. Like, obviously, Seskra has played this game for hundreds of hours at this point and is very good at the game, so this is not, like,
I've done some
a
nonsense.
representative sample.
Yeah, neither of us are what I would call average
No.
players.
We are the two extremes, I would say.
Comically far different ends of the spectrum.
But yeah, it's a super dope game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Lore. Which place did I have to go again for lore tablets? Pilgrim's Way.
I am nothing if not willing, ready, and able to give my friends the credit they deserve for the things they are very good at.
Oh, thank you. Let's see. This is leading back around to the stack again, I think? Yeah. Or very close to it, which, yeah, let's...
You might even say I'm ready, willing, and Gable.
I mean,
That-
Erica
that
might
joke's just
might
for
actually get
us.
that joke, because she does watch WWE.
Yeah, true. Chad Gable is on his way back from injury.
Mm-hmm.
He has gotten so thick. Oh my god. Like, he posted a video on Instagram recently of him just working out, set to "We built this city by Starship."
And he's
Or
just...
Jefferson Starship? It's one of the two. And he's just like, he talked to AJ Styles, I guess, about how he grew like
40 pounds of muscle mass. Yeah.
Yeah, like,
He's just becoming Otis Dozovich at this point. That's all good. Yeah, got that done.
I do feel, not to get like too deep in the weeds on wrestling, because not everybody who watches this watches wrestling. But
What?
I do
We can't
feel
talk
really,
about wrestling on January 4th?
Yeah, Wrestle Kingdom is currently happening.
Yep.
Uh,
Why watch
Like, I do
Tanahashi's
feel-
retirement match when you could be watching this?
Exactly. I do feel really bad for Chad Gable. Like, he is consistently just underused.
Mm-hmm.
And it's because he's short. Lest we forget his awesome name Shorty G that he had for a while.
Mm-hmm.
But I've been a fan of his since NXT. Like,
There we go. Hey, Chloe.
oh, the post match was longer than the match. Yeah, I mean,
With
That is one of the
Tanahashi at
things-
this point, that's probably a good thing.
that is one of the things that was like speculated on as to why there were so few matches on the card. Was like, A, there was something to do with like TV broadcasting after the live show. And B, they wanted to have enough time for Tanahashi's actual like retirement ceremony and speech.
Mm-hmm. Which, I mean,
Yeah, it is.
he's earned it. That man has given so much of his body to wrestling, mostly his knees, over and over.
I've talked about this with Seskra previously about like, it is kind of wild that like John Cena and Tanahashi retired within like 2 months of each other,
Yep.
just as a pure coincidence.
Alright, we've been here, so this is all fine.
30 minutes? Yeah, I mean, I imagine it's sort of a like situation of Kurt Angle's retirement match where he's just like, he knows he's not going to do it again, so he's just going to go as hard as he can for one last time. And he's in there with Okada, who's like very capable of going long and also making a long match very good.
Yeah. The Kurt Angle comparison is valid. See also Dustin Rhodes, who I would normally not think of as like a great in-ring worker. But when he knows he's getting surgery the next day, boy is he willing to do some crazy things.
Hey Kyle, stab this screwdriver into my knees.
It'll be
I'm
great.
not gonna need any more after today.
Yep. Oof. Let's see. That
That
is
was our wrestling diversion of the evening.
definitely the only one.
Yeah, it's definitely not gonna happen again.
Yeah.
That is like one of the most I'm a wrestler things I've ever heard, to be honest. Like,
Yep.
you hate doing long matches, but then you do them again anyway. Like, one of the funniest, maybe it was a tweet, maybe it was part of an interview, things I've read in a while, was like after Colt Cabana and Bryan Danielson had their like hour-long match in ROH, Colt would just lay on the floor for 20 minutes, not moving because he was so tired. And Danielson did like a full elliptical like, cool down.
Yeah.
Because he's built different.
Ideal match length 8 to 10 minutes. Yeah, a good like 10-minute match is underappreciated.
Oh yeah, one of the ones I always point to, I guess we're not done with wrestling, is there was this Raw match in like, I want to say 2018, 2019, you know, Raw was dog water. It was like Samoa Joe versus, at the time, Cesaro, now Claudio Castagnoli. And it was just like 6 to 8 minutes, and it just had some of the best selling I'd ever seen in a match. They just like worked limbs, worked body parts.
Oof.
And like it actually affected the way they wrestled in the match. It was so good.
Mm-hmm. 33-minute opener and then 45-minute rumble. Yeah, that.
What the hell?
Like, I'm reminded of like Joey Styles at the end of ECW One Night Stand. Forget the beer, get her some plasma.
You need like 3,000 calories after being done with that. Big takeaway indeed.
Get that. Go.
Hey, we're almost at the top of the hour, which is unfortunately our cutoff for the stream.
Yes, I'm gonna see if I can get to another bench, and then we'll call it. And thank you for staying on top of that, because I do love this game so much. Like, I could just sit here and play this for the next 17 hours, but, you know.
Streaming is very much like that. I said that at the, like, right before the last break, is like, it's like playing the game is so much fun, and interacting with chat and your co-host is so much fun. It is very easy to just lose track of time very quickly. And that's why I really like it that we have a co-host system, that someone, that like we can divide those responsibilities a bit.
Yeah.
So like there's not one person who has to do all of the mod stuff if it comes up, and pay attention to chat, and pay attention to the timer.
Exactly.
Although, I want to shout out today's stream. I didn't have to ban any bots today.
I know, right? It's weird.
Yeah. It's nice to have actual people in chat having a conversation instead of, buy Twitch subscribers, just remove the spaces from this URL.
Alright.
Thanks everybody for hanging out.
Yeah, I had a great time today. I hope you all did as well, back home. I hope you enjoyed our last-minute wrestle talk.
Last minute. It was like the last half hour, I feel.
There we go. And yeah, we will be back. This is the part where
we didn't talk about this.
Yeah, where we didn't schedule. Yeah, we should have scheduled, like, because this is not a one-off. We're gonna be going through this. We're gonna beat the game. Gosh darn it. But watch this space. Follow the Gamepodular Blue Sky account if you haven't already to stay tuned on updates, or follow yours truly. I'll also keep you posted. Link is.
Let's see if I.
Yes.
No, I didn't set up a command for that. Is it this one? It's not. Damn it. No, I should fix that. Note to self.
Frantic wiping of sweat from brows, trying to get this sorted. But yeah. But yes, we will be back for more. This is probably going to be weekly adjacent going forward, I think, until we get it done. And I hope you'll join me for the ride.
I had a blast, and I'm looking forward to doing more of this. But yeah, if you want to, I do have a command set up for the Discord.
Mm-hmm. Woo!
So if you want to pop in there, we will also be posting scheduling updates in a channel in the Discord as well.
Mm-hmm. And in the meantime, I have been your host, as never, Sesquare Spider. Joining me, as never, Hyoka.
It is my first time in the co-host chair.
How comfy is it? Did you need to like adjust the height?
No, I'm good. But
Let's hear
thank
it.
you for asking.
Mm-hmm. And we hope you have enjoyed your time as well. Have yourselves a good one. Catch you later. Bye-bye.
Bye.